This is our audience tonight. They don't know we're watching them, but there are surprises in store for George Roadnight, who's to be reunited with his old bottle boy. Leslie Jackson, who's yet to discover why she's outdoors on very thin ice. And Edith Richards, who doesn't realize just which of her dreams is going to come true. For these people and more, it's Surprise, Surprise! Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cilla Black.
Surprise, surprise. And tonight, I've got some good news, and I've got some bad news for you. First of all, it's the bad news. This is the last show in the present series. And we haven't rehearsed them, honest. And now for the good news. We'll be back with a new series. Oh, isn't that nice? And even a little ripple, too. We've got some wonderful surprises for you all tonight. And also, some news about some people we've been surprising during the series. We'll be hearing more about that later on. But right now, I'm going to make a phone call. Oh, yes. Now, I know it's a bit early to make a phone call. I usually phone somebody and ask them to come and join me the following week. But as this is the last show in the present series, I'm hoping to get a certain gentleman here tonight. And look what we've got here. Isn't that gorgeous? Ooh! Sounds like The Price is Right, doesn't it? It's a beautiful car, and I'm going to surprise a certain somebody tonight. And at this moment, that certain somebody is sitting in a pub far away from here. Well, not that far, he's quite close. His name is Morris Delaney, and he's come down from Nottingham to see some relatives. Well, that's what he thinks. Let's have a look. How many digits have we got this week? Oh, only 7. Look at this, I can't... Isn't that fun? It's fun. Oh, I've got to buy this one. This and the piano, oh yeah, 7 digits. And he's sitting in a pub, and here we go. Gosh, it's very rowdy in a pub, isn't it? It's ringing out.
Hello, Nella Drury.
I beg your pardon?
Nella Drury.
And the same to you with knobs on. Hello, please.
Hello.
Can I speak to a Morris Delaney? Now, I know it's a pub, and I didn't quite catch the name, but is Morris Delaney there?
He is.
He is. Would you go and get him?
Yeah, okay.
Thank you very much. Oh, I hope he hasn't gotten to spend a penny or anything like that.
Hello?
Hello, Morris.
Yeah?
Surprise, surprise, it's Cilla here.
Who?
I said it's Cilla here. Are you still there, Morris?
I am still here, yes.
Your name is Morris Delaney?
That's right.
Well, Morris, I've got a lovely surprise for you tonight.
Have you?
Yes, I have. Have you been enjoying yourself, by the way, at that pub?
Oh, yes.
You have indeed. Now, you've come all the way down from Nottingham, haven't you?
That's right.
What's so funny, Morris?
I was only talking about you the other night.
Pardon?
I was only talking about you the other night.
Were you?
Yeah.
Well, nobody's here, Morris. What were you saying about me?
Oh, I was just admiring your show, the people you get on there, the things you do.
Oh, tell me more, tell me more. Well, Morris, tonight we're going to do you. You see, you thought you were coming down from Nottingham to spend a night with all your relatives and friends in London and maybe taking a show, is that right?
That's right.
Well, surprise, surprise, you can have another pint of lager and lime when you come to the studio, because you're not only going to see a show tonight, you're going to be in it, all right?
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, I look forward to that. If you step outside, love. If you step outside, Chuck.
Yeah, I will do.
You will?
Yeah.
You'll find a very fast car waiting for you to whisk you over to join us here at the studios.
Yeah.
Will you do that, Morris?
Yes, I will do.
Oh, well, I'll see you later on, Chuck.
Yeah, okay, darling.
Oh. Oh, I'm cooking on gas now, I shall look forward to that, Morris, all right?
All right, love.
See you later, Chuck.
Yeah, bye, Cilla.
Ta-ra, then.
Ta-ra.
Ta-ra. Oh, I look forward to that. Oh, I shall look forward to that. And you know, you'd be surprised at some of the things we get up to in order to surprise people. For instance, the other day, we persuaded the Mayor of Christchurch, Norma Fox, to invite some ice skaters to Westover Ice Rink at Bournemouth to take part in a promotional film, just so that Bob Carolgees could surprise a certain Leslie Jackson.
Well, it's the last time during this series I'll be using the old hit hat, but never mind. Actually, the cold ice in here has affected my throat. I've got a little frog in it. I don't know why, but I've heard that Leslie is actually getting ready to come on the ice, so I better go and I'll go and hide. It's been 20 years since I've been in the ice, so I just hope I make it. Woohoo! Hang on, wait for me. Morning.
Whoa.
Hello, how are you?
Hello. Hello.
You all right? So you're making a promotion film for Bournemouth here, aren't you?
That's right, yes.
No, you're not.
No, we're not.
Surprise, surprise. Leslie Jackson, is it?
Yes.
Hello, Leslie. We know a lot about you. You're not here to... The cameras are here for our little film team, Leslie,
Yes.
because your mum wrote us a letter. This way, Leslie. This way. Your mum wrote us a letter saying that you love your ice dancing, but you can't find a male partner to dance with you. Is that right?
Yes.
Well, why is that? Shame on you men of Bournemouth. We think that's terrible. So we thought we'd find you one, and we found one. Leslie, have a look at this. We found you a partner. How about that, Leslie? Is that good?
It's lovely, isn't it?
Well, that's your partner. And turn around here to the cameras. That's your partner. Was that good enough for you? Is he all right? We better find out who this masked man is who's going to be your partner. Could you reveal yourself, masked man? Leslie, meet Nicky Slater.
Hello. Good morning. It's a kiss. Let me go over here.
And we want you to both have a practice.
Right.
And we're going to see more of you later on. So you take Leslie off and get some good practicing in. All right, Leslie?
Hello.
Well done. No, I better get off before I fall over.
Well, we'll be seeing more of Bob and Leslie later on, but right now I've got some marvellous news about somebody who was on our very first Searchline 2 months ago. Now, we reunited Sandy Tatnell with his brother Jimmy from New Zealand, and they hadn't met for over 30 years, ever since Jimmy emigrated. Well, we've just heard that Sandy was so chuffed at meeting his brother again, he's decided to do something about it. He's decided to do something he's been wanting to do for all those years. He's going back to New Zealand with his wife to settle there, to be near his Jimmy. Isn't that lovely? Well, everybody out there, and I'm sure everybody at home, we all wish them the best of luck. Good luck to you. And indeed, good luck to everybody on Searchline tonight. And it's over to you, Gordon. Oh. People will begin to talk, you realise that?
They already are. Anyway, onward, because although this is the last Searchline, we are still hoping to put some people in touch. So I begin with a group of flat-chested ladies. Well, not exactly as you can see there, but I'm not being rude, because in 1948, Doreen Rush, that's her on the left, was suffering from TB and spent 10 months in a hospital in Benenden, Kent. Now, there was a story going around at the time, it even made a national newspaper, that girls who had TB ended up flat-chested. Now, Doreen and her friends didn't agree, and so to prove it wasn't true, they had this picture taken. Now, that was many years ago, and now Doreen is keen to contact her old friends, Jean Spencer and Beryl Davis. Bosom pals, really. So, if you're watching, do give us a ring, please. Now, at an antique fair just a short while ago, Pat Gray bought an old photograph of a Highland laddie. But soon afterwards, she decided to fling the photo away and use the frame for something else. And while taking it apart, she found this eye-shattering little snap. Who could they be, she wondered? Well, that's what we'd like to discover, the naked truth. Does anyone know? If you do, please give us a ring. That's all for the moment, but I shall now hand you back to someone who I know had her eyes closed during that last picture because she's still unspoilt and innocent.
Well, maybe not after tonight, Gordon, you realise. But now I'd like to bring you another Searchline success story. And for that, we need to meet an Alan Hammond. And he's from Staffordshire, and he's waiting behind there. Come in, Alan Hammond. You've just cut your lip on me diamond ring. Have a sit down now. Welcome to the show. Now, we had a letter on the Searchline from your wife, didn't we?
Yes.
Because you belong to a very early 60s group.
That's right.
Called the Meltones, is that right?
Years ago.
Oh, yeah, don't I know it? You're talking about 60s, you're looking at it.
That's right.
Yes. And your wife said, wouldn't it be lovely if we got all the members together again after over 20 years?
That's right.
Well, we had a lot of hard work, but we got them all together again. And as you know, they're standing over there. Give them away. Hello, Meltones. Now, Alan, we've even got a photograph of you. And there's you, there you are, the drummer. And you've got three dots on your head.
That's it, that's Mervyn Showman. He didn't look at my face, so he tried to hide it with his guitar.
Oh, is that the guitar shadow there? You look like a gypsy, don't you?
Yeah.
Well, that's absolutely smashed. We've also got a poster of you, because you used to perform sort of semi-professional, didn't you? Look at that. Where are you on that bill?
At the top.
At the top, yeah. But are you? It just says girls, girls, girls. Oh, you're underneath the Stafford's pageant queen.
That's it.
Yes. Do you remember who won that on that particular night?
No, I was too busy playing the drums.
Oh, were you? Well.
She must have been lovely.
We remember who she was. Her name was Margaret. She's sitting in our audience tonight. Where are you, Margaret Chawner?
Hello.
Hi. And there she is, the pageant queen. Could you not remember Margaret over there?
I must be getting old.
Tell me, Margaret, do you remember the Meltones?
No, not really.
Well, maybe tonight after they've played a song, because they're going to play for us tonight, it'll bring back all those lovely memories. Actually, what song are you going to play for us tonight?
Dave Clark Five's Glad All Over.
Glad all over? Well, I tell you what, Alan, why don't you go over there, because I am going to give you the big build-up. All right?
Yes.
You go and get yourself set and wait for this introduction. See you in a minute.
Okay.
Go on, lad. Here they are. After over 20 years, we have Johnny and the Meltones.
You say that you love me, all of the time, all of the time. You say that you need me, you'll always be mine, always be mine. I'm feeling right all over, yes I'm right all over, baby I'm right all over, so that's your mind. I'll make you happy, you'll never do, for your pain or sorrow, I'll always be true, I'm a feeling right all over, yes I'm right all over.
All the memories come flooding back, didn't it, ladies and gentlemen? And I think that's absolutely smashing because, you know, they've only had one little practice of that. Isn't that marvellous? And I certainly know what would make me feel glad all over.
Yes, and me.
And me.
No, I'm talking about a good cup of tea.
Oh.
We'll take a break there. See you in a couple of minutes, all right? Welcome back. Now, remember our ice skating girl, Leslie Jackson? Well, right now, she's with our Bob Carolgees, and our outside broadcast cameras are ready to go. So let's go over and see how things are getting on. Are you there, Bob?
Yes, you wouldn't chuckle, Cilla. Welcome to the big freeze. We're actually here. And, of course, in the same way that we do everything for surprise, surprise, we could have actually let them dance in any ice rink in the whole country. But, no, that was far too easy. We've come to Jubilee Gardens, which is just across the Thames from the old Big Ben over there that you can see. And we've built our own little ice rink, which is about the size of the average kitchen. And, of course, because it's open air, it's really lovely and warm here tonight, Cilla. You do love it. Without more ado, get in your positions. Give me your coat, Leslie.
Oh,
that's lovely.
Look at... Oh.
She's not cold at all, she's told me. Without more ado, it's the world premiere ice dance of Nikki Slater and Leslie Jackson.
Oh.
Perfectly, Cilla. We had a very, very small problem at the end there. Leslie, come and put your coat on. It wasn't your fault.
Nikki, sweetheart, thank you for taking the time out to spend so many hours with Leslie. I'm sure she appreciates it, don't you, Leslie?
It's lovely.
And it's been all worthwhile. Good luck for the future, Leslie.
Thank you.
I'm sure you've got a great one ahead of you. And to you, Nikki.
Thank you, Cilla.
God bless you for making this all come together. Ladies and gentlemen, Nikki and Leslie over there. Oh, look at Bob. And Bob, I haven't forgotten you. I know you're out there freezing cold. I know you're dying to get back to the studio. But you know, earlier on the show, you know when you did the hit on Leslie at the ice rink there?
Yes.
You know, you said that was the last time you were going to wear your hit hat, didn't you?
Yes. Shame.
Well.
Last one of the series, eh, Sil?
Ah, what a shame. But I've got a little surprise for you because, you see, I have a hit hat of my own. I'll show you. Look, I'll give you a quick flash. What do you think of this?
Oh, very nice. A little more glittery than mine, I think, Cilla. But
Oh, well, I'm a little la-di-da, you see.
definitely you.
And I've got another little surprise for you, Bob. We had a letter, you see, all about you. Never mind looking behind you. This is my hit hat. I'm doing the hit on you.
Oh, no.
I am. And you're looking a bit sort of... I know you're acting now, because we pros do those kind of
I'm
things.
not. This wasn't in rehearsal.
No. I know it didn't happen at rehearsal, but we've got a little surprise for you, because an old friend of yours wrote me a letter. Don't worry, it wasn't an old flame. And he said that when you lived in Birmingham, you were a police cadet. Is that right?
I was.
Oh, well, let me refresh your memory. Do you remember these guys? Tom Hurley and Stanley Whitfield?
Oh, yes.
You do? Your old mates Phil, now squadron leader Tilston. Do you remember him?
Phil Tilston, yes.
Inspector Dave Barnett.
Oh, yes.
Superintendent Pat Anthony.
Oh, dear.
That's the lady, of course. I should have said Patricia. Detective Constable Rick Allenson.
Rick?
Yes.
Oh, I'll tell you what we used to call him.
Wait for it. And your big pal, P.C. Allen Lewis. Remember all that?
Yes, Big Al.
Well, Bobby, love, we thought that the force at this time should be with you.
Oh,
Bring on the lads. Come on, lads. Come and say hello to Bob.
Oh, you're joking. Oh, Cilla, this man used to frighten me.
I've got news for you. He frightens me.
Isn't that low? Oh, my word. This is great. Oh, that's lovely.
I bet you're not feeling the cold now, Bob, are you?
No, I'll tell you what, our bar's going to be empty because these are all alcoholics.
Listen, Bob, I look forward to seeing you in the studio, and say a big thank you to Phil and all your mates. I know you've got a lot to talk about.
I'll bring them all back.
Oh, you will? Oh, my goodness me. That's another load of boozing going on in the studio. See you later, Bob. You won't hit me when you get back,
No,
will you?
thank you very much indeed. That's a lovely surprise, Cilla. A lovely surprise. That's amazing.
Well done. I'll see you later. Gosh, I didn't realise Bob was so posh, you know, all those RAF squadrons and all that. But what a nice surprise. Please don't do it to me. It's time now for another Searchline, but before we gallop across to gorgeous Gordon, we've got a quick surprise for somebody in our audience tonight. Where are you, George Roadnight? Oh, and there you are, George Roadnight. Now, you sent us a letter on Searchline, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you're a milkman, aren't you? Or were
I
a
was.
milkman? Yes. And you used to have a young lad helping you on your round. How many years ago?
1964 to 66.
Really? And you asked us, could we help in finding him?
Yeah.
Yes. Now, would you recognise this boy? What was his name?
Leslie.
Leslie. Would you recognise Leslie? Have you ever saw him
I
again?
doubt it after 20 years. He was
No,
only a
you
little
doubt
boy.
it? Well, we thought that too, because Leslie has been sitting next door to you for half an hour. Look at that, that's made his night. So you see, Gordon, look at me when I'm talking to you, Gordon. You did it again, didn't you?
Well, I must say it's a great thrill to see something that was just an appeal on Searchline a few weeks ago come to a reunion like that. It's absolutely marvellous.
And what else have you got for us tonight?
Well, still a bit more to go. John Halligan from Sutton Coldfield, Warwickshire, for instance, has sent me the entry from his diary, dated September the 13th, 1942, which concerns a dramatic sea rescue. At the time, John was serving aboard HMS Daneman, and his diary reads, "When we picked him up, the cold had practically frozen his larynx. He just made a garbled sound, but after being worked on for several hours, he pulled through." The man in question was called Nicholson, believed to have lived in the Hebrides, and he was rescued after the merchant ship Empire Beaumont was sunk. John has often wondered what became of Nicholson, as he was the only one of 4 they picked up who managed to survive the freezing waters of the Arctic Sea. So, Mr. Nicholson, if you're watching, we'd like you to get in touch with us as soon as possible, please. And for our final quickies, we're looking for Ruby Cox, last known in Clapham Common, London, and Gloria Shaler, last known in California, but now thought to be living somewhere in England, and Joyce Mary Hicks, born April the 23rd, 1939, in Shanghai, China. If any of these people are watching, please give us a ring. As usual, our researchers will be taking your calls on 01 834 9090 until 10 o'clock this evening. And that's all on Searchline for this series. But before I go, could I say... Thank you. Could I say a very big thank you for all your letters and phone calls, and a very special thank you to everyone who helped us to get families and friends who'd lost touch back together again. Thank you. Thank you, but sadly for me anyway, it's a parting now, because this is goodbye.
Oh. When are we going to have our great reunion again, Gordon?
I was thinking about that. Perhaps as the months go by, I could write to Searchline.
You know, I do believe Morris Delaney has arrived from the pub. Come in, Morris. Where are you, lad? Let's have a look at you. It was lovely to talk to you on the phone. Lovely to see you.
Thanks for catching me.
What, catching you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know all about you. Have a sit down there, rest your weary bones. Oh. Now, look, I suppose you're wondering why you're here, but this is because your family and friends wrote to me. They wrote me a very special letter and told me all about you. Now, you're looking up to heaven there. Does the name Pat O'Sullivan mean anything to you? Yes?
Yeah.
And he was your pal from over how many years ago?
Oh, must be over 30 years ago.
It is over 30 years ago. And what we're interested in is when you two fellas were young lads and you were swimming in the sea and a particular thing happened. Can you tell us all about it?
Yeah. He nearly got drowned, so I jumped in and saved him.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You're very modest about that, aren't you?
Well.
I mean, you really did, because he was nearly a goner. You dived in, you really did save him. And do you know what happened to Pat?
Yeah, he went to America.
Yes, he did.
And I haven't seen him since.
Haven't?
I missed him a couple of times.
Ah.
But near miss.
Well, he's been there, as you say, for a long, long time. And we traced him to Milwaukee in America. And I phoned him the other day, and he told me he was ever so grateful to you for saving his life. And we thought it'd be a nice surprise for him and for you as well if we flew him over to see you in person. And here he is, all the way, after all these years, is your friend, the man you saved, Pat O'Sullivan. Come in, Pat.
A bit tubby.
Yes.
Oh, you're not tubby. Oh, you're cuddly, that's what you are. Now, he was being a little bit modest, Pat, about you. I mean, you tell us exactly what happened that day.
Well, we were about, I would say, 12 years old, and we went to the beach to swim. And the tide was coming in, and it was a beautiful area to swim. And he was always a better swimmer, always. So when he jumped into the water, he dived in, like any sensible person would do. I wasn't as bright as him, maybe. So when I jumped into the water, I jumped in feet first, and I was sinking sand. So the sand was going down, and I'm going down, and down, 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 and the water was up to here, and I knew at that moment I was drowning. No question about it. I was gone. And when the water came up to here, that's why I have no hair left. So all I did And he was the only one to save me. He was the only person in the world. I just reached out my hand, just like this. And that's what happened. He just reached out his hand like that and pulled me out of the water. Didn't panic. And I want to thank him publicly, Morris, for all those years. I've never forgotten him. Never forgotten that moment.
I think we should take a break there. See you in a couple of minutes. Thank you. Welcome back, and sitting here with me are Jean and Don Searle. Now, Jean wrote to me about their son Mark, who was over in Germany serving in the Royal Engineers, and they wanted me to give him a special surprise Cillagram for his 21st birthday. So I flew across to Germany to surprise him. Now, do you remember that marvellous radio show, Family Favourites, do you? Yes. Oh, and so do I. This is where you had to send in requests to BFPO40. Well, surprise, surprise, I found out what BFPO40 was. And it's a big concrete hut. And it's actually where your Mark works. Right, to the left. Hello, I'm looking for Sapper Searle. Where are you? Hello. Surprise, surprise.
Who's done this?
What do you mean, who's done this?
I thought it was a colonel coming round.
I'm the colonel. I'm colonel of the Cillagrams.
I don't believe this.
You see, I got this lovely letter from your mum, your dad, and your Debbie, that's your sister. And they said, oh, we're missing our Mark. Ever so something rotten. And he won't be home for his 21st. So can you go over there to Dusseldorf in Germany, give him a night out on the town, and celebrate his 21st in real style? How'd you fancy coming out with me? Also, your mum said that when you were, just a little lad, she said, oh, Cilla, make sure that he dresses up well. Oh, she did. Because, he was an amazingly scruffy kid. I heard that. Did you hear what he said? Who said he still is? That's not nice. Come on, lad, let's go and get ready. We're going to paint the town. Come on.
Unterneath the lamp lies a barricade. Darling, I've forgotten the way you didn't live.
Come on, Cilla, get a move on. Wait for me, darling.
We're gonna celebrate your party. cakers, but wasn't that lovely?
Thank you, Cilla.
And I know Mark thought it was lovely too, and you know, he wanted to thank you, Jean, because you wrote the letter. And well, I can tell you now that he's over here now because yes, the army gave him special permission. He's not only over here, but he's brought his girlfriend Chris with him as well. Come in, Mark and Chris. Hi, Chris. Have a sit down there. And not only that, but we've got Chris's parents out there. Where are you, Chris's parents? Eric and Susan. Oh, give us a wave. What's that? Oh, you look like your mum, Chris. And you look like your mum. I must tell you, though, Jean, you know, it was very cold over there, wasn't it, Chris?
Very cold, yeah.
But we had fun, didn't we, Mark?
Yeah, great time, yeah.
And the surprises don't end there because... Mark, you've got one more surprise for all the family, haven't you?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is it?
We've got engaged, me and Christine.
Come on. Come on, Eric, and sit. Yes, come on. I know everybody didn't hear that. When is the date?
Married in October.
What?
In October.
What do you think about it? To get married in October. Listen to Jean. Can you afford to get married in October? Well, I know what we can afford. What do you mean where they're living? Our Mark's going to lead you to the champagne. And promise me, Mark, will you save a glass for me?
Will do, Cilla.
And good luck for the future. Good luck to the both of you. Isn't that a nice surprise for everyone? Well then, from an engagement party to a tea party, and a chimpanzee's party at that. Last week I phoned Tony Morley and his stuffed monkey George, and he told me he wanted to take George to meet some real live chimps. So Bob took them both along to the Manor House Cheneys in Hertfordshire to share a few monkey nuts.
Hello from the steaming jungle that is Rickmansworth in Hertfordshire. And stick around because any minute I'm going to drop in on Tony Morley and his friend George. Ah, Tony! Hello, I see both you and George have got your monkey suits on. Ready for some tea? Yes?
Oh, I'd love some tea.
Come on then. Few people for you to meet here, Tony. There's Mary Chipperfield. At the end we've got King and we've got Jasper. And we've also got Heidi down there. So if you don't mind playing Mum, and you can serve the tea. Hello there, Heidi. How are you doing? You having a few sugar lumps in there, eh? You okay? Oh dear, we've lost Jasper. Jasper, come over here.
Blonde hair, good looking, trying to get me hooked, want me to marry, get a home, settle down, write a book. Too much monkey business, too much monkey business. Too much money to be about. Same thing every day, getting up, going to school, no need of me complaining, my objections overrule. Too much monkey business, too much monkey business. Too much money to be about.
You're off again. Well, OK. Go and play if you must. Well, Tony, there you are. That's a Chimps Tea Party. Have you enjoyed it?
I've loved every minute of it.
Yes. Well, I think you and I would both like to thank Mary Chipperfield there, and also, of course, King and Jasper, who's still wrecking the place, and, of course, Heidi down there. Charlie's enjoyed it. And what about George?
Have you enjoyed it, George?
Would you pick him up? Might be Jasper at work again. Well, thanks very much for coming along. We hope you have enjoyed it, and we hope you have too, George. Chimps Tea Parties aren't too bad, are they?
They're not.
I fancy one of these every week. Why not, indeed.
I'd like to tell you about somebody else who was on the show. It was Kim Shaw. Now, a couple of weeks ago, she helped us spring a surprise, and to say thank you to Kim, we fixed her up with a match against snooker champion Tony Meo. And what a match! Here's Kim, just about to cue off. And doesn't she look serious? She certainly gave Tony a run for his money. I think she's got him worried. But all's well that ends well, and not just for Kim. Just after that, Tony Meo won his first really big tournament in this country. And do you know what Tony told us? He says he's got Kim to thank for giving him that extra practice. Isn't that lovely? Yeah. Well, now, we've got a nice surprise for a Mrs. Edith Richards sitting in our audience tonight. Give us a wave, Edith. Yes, there she is. Now, we had a lovely letter from Gwen Doherty, who's sitting next to you there. And she wrote and told us all about your daughter, Mary. And telling us that, well, Mary's burning ambition is to be a professional singer. Well, as you know, Edith, we're going to give her that very big chance here in the Surprise Surprise studios tonight. So here she is, your daughter Mary. Ladies and gentlemen, Mary Richards. Wasn't it, Edith? Yeah, well, come and join us, Edith. Join in the fun. Come on. Come over here, Edith. Well done. Are you proud of your daughter?
Yes.
Yes, isn't it smashing? She did well for us tonight, didn't she? Yes. But you know, Gwen up there, I must tell you, we've been a little bit naughty because Gwen, she didn't write us a letter about your Mary here, as great as she was. She wrote us a letter all about you. Yes. And all your friends, indeed, all your friends from the Wrexham Memorial Hospital, they all signed the letter as well. Now, I know where you come from, but everybody out there, and certainly people sitting at home, don't. Could you tell everybody where do you come from?
St. Helena.
St. Helena?
South Atlantic Ocean.
Is that where it is?
Yeah.
That's exactly the South Atlantic Ocean. Now, when did you leave St. Helena?
At 15.
When you were 15?
Yeah.
How many years ago was that?
Can't remember, really.
Come on, Edith, don't be shy. No, never fear. Cilla's here. Well, by my reckoning, because Gwen has told me, I think it must be about 30 years ago.
Yes.
Yes. And do you have any relatives living on St. Helena at the moment?
I did have my mother, yeah.
You do have your mother living there?
Yes. I don't know whether she's still alive, because I've lost all contact.
You lost contact with your mum?
Yeah.
And you don't know whether she's still alive?
No.
Well, I can assure you, Edith, your mum is alive, very much alive, because we have flown her all the way over from St. Helena to be with you tonight. It's your mother, May. You haven't seen her for 30 years. Come in, May. You sit there, and Edith, you sit next to me. Or sit wherever you want to. Isn't this lovely? And you didn't know whether your mum was alive or not. Well, she certainly is, and she looks wonderful, doesn't she?
How are you keeping her? All right.
So, May, did you hear, you must have heard Mary singing. What did you think of Mary?
Very well. I sing very well.
Isn't that lovely? Yes. And is it right you've never ever left the island of St. Helena before?
No. This is my first trip.
It is your
from St. Helena.
A long way. And as you know, Edith, it's a long way to come from St. Helena. I must tell everybody what a journey your mum, your lovely mum, has had to get over here. I must tell everybody about this, because first of all, your mum took a boat to Tristan da Cunha. There it is, you can see it on your screens. And that very same boat took her all the way to Cape Town. That took 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. And from Cape Town, she took a train journey to Johannesburg. And from Johannesburg, she flew all the way over here to Great Britain. That's what your mum has done for you tonight, Edith. And May, I needed to make this marvellous reunion complete. There's somebody who hasn't travelled quite so far, but it's somebody you haven't seen for over 30 years. And that's your daughter, Millie, with her 2 sons, Richard and David. Not only that, we've got your sister, Priscilla, your daughter, Priscilla, with her 2 children, Marcus and Tracy. Yes. And last but not least, it's your very own daughter, Veronica. They're all here tonight to pay tribute to May. Come in. Dear, this could go on forever. Isn't it a marvellous reunion? Don't be frightened, she's come all the way from St. Helena. Oh, isn't that lovely? Yes, you sit there, Chuck. Isn't this a marvellous reunion, ladies and gentlemen? Edith and May and all your family, you know, I couldn't think of a nicer way to end a show, indeed a series. God bless you all.
The more the world is changing, the more it stays the same. Life is full of small surprises. It's a never-ending game. If nothing is impossible, will you believe your eyes? If the unexpected brings a smile, that's a big surprise. Surprise, surprise. Unexpected hits you between the eyes. The unpredictable, that's the surprise you see. Surprise, surprise.
Well, everyone, this is the end of the show. And indeed, as I said before, the end of the series. I'd like to thank everybody who's taken part, and also everyone at London Weekend Television for all their hard work, and not forgetting our Bob Carolgees. Thanks a lot, Bob. Last but not least, I'd like to thank you at home for watching and making the series the success it is. So until the next time, ta-ra then, ta-ra!
And that may have been the last in the present series of Surprise, Surprise, but there'll be surprises of a different kind after the break in Crazy Like a Fox.